Samira Gaid, who is a national security practitioner in the federal government of Somalia. She also served as the senior security advisor to the prime minister. She joins us now from Washington. Really great to have you with us, Samira. Why did it take so long for Somalia's leaders to strike this agreement?
Thank you for having me. The first thing would be that there was huge mistrust and polarization this time round that was not existent in the last political cycles. The government, this current government, has conducted 5 elections in the federal member states, in each of the federal member states, and 3 of those elections were gerrymandered, and we had loyalists to the current government installed in those 3 federal member states. So there was a huge fear that exactly what happened in those 3 federal member states would again play out during this national election. So there was a huge mistrust and polarization that was occurring. So we've been meeting since June last year. The federal member states leaders and the president were meeting but couldn't come to an agreement. And it took the violence that we saw in the Capitol and the president stepping outside of the process for there to be any way forward.
Yeah, and speaking of the violence that we saw in April in Mogadishu because of those troops that defected, how has all of this impacted the armed forces?
Well, I really believe we're not yet out of the woods. What happened was that they didn't defect, but troops that belong to the national forces left their positions, came to the capital to oppose an illegal extension, as they called it, of the president's mandate. The president had extended his mandate by 2 years through parliament, and so they opposed this. And until he reversed that action, they were not going back to their positions. As soon as he did and handed over the responsibility of this election to the prime minister, who's considered, more of a middleman. Once he handed it to him, they went back to their positions. So I believe we're not out of the woods. We really need to do more on our security sector reform. We need to do more to ensure that situations like this don't happen again. And it's also a message to future elections that if the process doesn't go as expected, that we could have such occurrences again.
Samira Gaid, thanks for that.